Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a beginner's GFX. I'm also going to be doing a rig tutorial, but that's probably going to come next week. Anyway, I hope you will enjoy. If you do, make sure to give the video a like and subscribe because I'll be doing a giveaway once we reach 2k. Let's get on to the video. Okay, so the two apps that you're going to need are Blender and Roblox Studios, and I'll leave them in the description if you need to download them. So once you get onto Roblox Studios, this file sometimes pops up. If it does, just click ignore, and you want to find baseplate and click on that. It is going to take a while to load, so keep that in mind. Okay, now that we've loaded in, you pretty much, the controls are the exact same, but you want to go onto view and then toolbox, and we are going to find load character. So what you want to go is you want to click on this little basket icon, then go down to models and switch it to plugins. Now you've got all of these, and there are basically loads of plugins that you can use in the game, but you just want the load character one. So you can just click in load character light, and then it should pop up and you can just get that. And that is free. I already have it, as you can see, but that's all you need, and you can just click on it. Usually it would say get, but mine's just going to say update because it is updated, so I don't need it. But once you've got that, you can go click on plugins and load character, and you want to type in your username that you want to make a GFX for. So it can be yours or it can be your friends. Now you want to click spawn R6, which is spawn your character. Now that you've got your character, you want to go over to the Explorer tab. If you don't have that, you can just click on view, and then over here in the top left, it will say Explorer tab, which will be this little one. And you want to find your username. If you can't find it, you can just click on your character and it will pop up. And then you want to left click on the character, go down to export selection, and you can save it as whatever you want to save it. So I'm going to go and save it as an add-on GFX. And I've done this tutorial quite a few times, but it didn't record my voice, so that's great. Now that we've done that, we don't need Roblox Studios anymore. Obviously, if you wanted to add in like some accessories, so you can just go into models, you can just click rose, and then it will come up with loads of roses, and then you want to import it just like you're doing to your character. But we're not going to do that because this is a beginner's one, so we're just going to do it with the normal character like this. Okay, now we're on Blender, so we want to just right click the screen to get rid of that little pop-up, then click X on your keyboard and click delete. So the controls to be able to move around, you want to hold shift and F, and then once you see, you'll just kind of, this bit here will go, and then you'll be able to do the normal controls for Roblox and be able to move about. If you'd like to speed up because it's going quite slow, you can click shift and you'll be able to move a little bit quicker. Anyway, once we've done that, you can go over to file, go down to import, and then find wavefront OBJ. And then you just basically want to find the file that you saved it as. And remember to click OBJ. I don't know what happens with MTL, but I know it doesn't work, so let's click OBJ. And then you want to find your character. And it'll be quite easy because they have a red outline, so just look for that, and you want to move them until they're on this little area. I like to zoom out and then I just go like that to make it a little bit easier. Alright, now that we've done that, we can quickly zoom back in. And now your character looks very white and you can't see any of the clothing or accessories, and that is because they are on the solid texture. So you want to change that to material. Now your character is going to look quite cloudy and quite dark, and you're not going to be able to see it very well. So now we're going to go into settings. Usually I like to pull this out just so it's easier to see and read, but you're going to want to find this little plus sign right at the top and you want to pull it out. Then you'll have all of this stuff, and you just want to scroll down until you find multi-texture under shading, and then go down to ambient occlusion and tick it. But you don't need that little section anymore, so we're just going to get rid of that. Now I'm going to change the resolution, so I like to do it at 2000. That just makes it a little bit better. Obviously, if you'd like really nice shadows and things like that, then you can put it at 10,000, but the higher you put it at, the longer it is going to take to save, so I like to put it at 2000 unless I'm doing commissions or anything like that, but for thumbnails I usually just do 2000. Okay, so now we're going to go down and we're going to find shading, and then we're going to go to alpha and sky. You'll see sky, it's usually on sky. You want to change that to transparent, and that will change the background so that it's not going to be grey. If you do want it grey, then keep it as sky, but I usually go transparent so I can just put it over stuff like my video thumbnails and stuff like that. As you can see, this is still quite dark, so you want to go over to this world sign, scroll down until you find environmental lighting, and you want to tick that, and indirect lighting, and you also want to tick that. And as you can see, it's a lot brighter and lighter, which makes it a lot easier to see, and you're able to, and it will come out a lot better basically. Now that we've done all the settings, you now want to go and start fiddling around with like poses and things like that. So I've got some poses for some examples. So this is one of them, and there's also this one here, which is, I like it. Okay, so now we've got this, you want to right click on one of the body parts. You want to right click on one of their body parts. There should be a yellow outline on the outside of it, just so you know that you clicked on it. If you do something wrong, you can just go over to tools, go down until you find history, go down again and click undo, and that will basically undo whatever you've just done wrong. Now that we've done that, I don't really want to zoom out every time I do something because the little controller thing is over there. So click on tools, go down till you find set origin, and you want to set origin to geometry, and that's going to set it to whatever you have clicked. So if I clicked here and I click set to geometry, it's going to click there, and that way I can move these things about. But we're not going to do that. We want to move the arms first. So what I'm going to do is click on the arm and then go down until you find this little curve thing, which is what you use to turn it around, and these little things, you can change this. So if you want it to be view, that's going to make it go up and down like that. Now that we've done that, okay, so I want it to be like a wave, like the normal ones. I'm just going to do it like this and then pull it back up. I would suggest just to kind of mess around until you find something that you like, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. Now that we've done that, I'm going to do the other hand as well, or the other arm. Going to set the origin to geometry, and I'm going to pull the shoulders up because I don't like them to be like that. Now I'm going to click view and click it so it's like this. This is because I'm going to make it so that it has with the hands on it basically. Now that we've got that, we want to do the individual bits. So if I wanted to bend this half, I'm not able to do that normally. To do this, you want to click over the object mode, which is down at the bottom. You want to change that to edit mode. And then you want to click on this little thing over here, and instead you're going to click wireframe. As you can see, everything has gone dark except from the arm that you've clicked. That has gone orange. You do not want it to be orange, so you're going to right click it, hold control, and go around the place that you want to change. So I'm going to do this bit, which is where the elbow is. Now you're just basically going to do it however you want it. So I'm going to just do this. And that is pretty much how it's going to look. Now you can go and change that back to what it was before, which was material and object mode. And then we've pretty much just done the hands on hip motion and the wave. Obviously, if you wanted to change the wave at all, you can do that just like you did with this. So I'm going to do the legs as well. I might just do something, I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but I'll see. Okay, so I've kind of just chosen a little cute design. I might change it up a little bit. Actually, I'm going to do this leg too.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, no, it's not what it's meant to look like. Let's go back.
We're just going to keep it like that. Okay, so now that you've done that, you just want to click view and then click camera. Now you're going to have this little outline. You want to click shift and F to be able to move about and find wherever you want to position it. Now we haven't done the head, so if you want to do the head, then you can just click camera again and that will get you out of it. Shift and F and then go up to do the head. Now, because I have quite a few things like accessories, what you want to do is you want to click all of them. Or you want to click the head first, right click on the head, zoom in a little bit, then hold shift while you click the rest of it. And you can check that it'll have the little red outline now. Then you want to click tool and go down till you find join. And that's basically going to join everything. And then change the origin to geometry. So now we can just kind of move it about a little bit, and as you can see, it's all moving together, so that's good. But I'm just going to pull it up a little bit and pull it to the side. Now, if you don't like the size of something, so if you think that the head is too big, you can change it to global and then click this little sign over here, and we can just basically pull it in a little bit and shorten it and make it a little bit smaller, which is what I tend to do with my rigs because I think that it looks a little bit better. I think it looks a bit weird when it's got this huge head on this tiny body. Now that I've changed it up a little bit, I'm going to click view and then go to camera. Now it's going to look like this. You don't know what it's going to look like to render, so you want to go down to see, you'll see object mode, and then you'll see this little circle, and you want to change the circle to rendered. And this is what it's going to look like right now if it was to do like this. You can either keep it like that or you can change it. As you can see, there's quite a lot of shadows, but it's not too bright. So I'm going to go back to material, click view, and then camera again, shift and F, go up, click on any of the body parts, then you want to go click shift and A, go down until you find lamp, and I usually click area, and then you're just going to want to change it to whatever you want it to be. So you want to click hemi. That looks about right to me. As you can see, there's shadows and it's quite nice and bright, and we've got a pose. So that is all I'm going to do, and then you want to go over to render and render the image. Now while it's rendering, as you can see, it's quite quick, and this is like very unlike the rig render. When you do the rig ones, it takes a lot longer, and that's why I tend to do this at 2000, because if I did do it at 10,000 it'll take quite a few hours just to do, whereas when you're doing this one, which is without the rig, it's a lot quicker to render, which is better, I guess. But once it's rendered, you want to go down to image and then save as image, and you can save it as whatever you want to save it as. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like now. I've just done all of that. So if you guys would like me to do how I add it into my thumbnails, if you want me to do a thumbnail tutorial with using my GFX that I've made, then let me know in the comments. I'm going to be doing a rig tutorial soon as well, to keep that in mind. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed making it. Bye, angels.